Alright guys, this is Dr. Sandy, and on this video I'm going to be talking to you about the Paleo Diet. And why I love this diet. Basically what it teaches you is that you should really focus on eating real food, and that just makes sense to me. I think we live in a time where there's so much processed food and so many options, and a lot of good stuff out there, but some stuff I think is questionable. So the Paleo Diet is basically saying we should eat very much like our ancestors did, previous generations did, eat real food. And I don't think I follow it completely down to the T, and some people do, which is great. And you can look it up, it's Paleo. What I have done, looking at other authors that really resonated with me and hearing the principles of paleo, I guess it's a modified paleo, if you want to call it, would be basically lots of veggies, make that your primary. Fruits, of course, high quality protein, and then some processed carbs. Now the processed carbs, what are those? Those are the man-made stuff, right? Like the breads, the rotis, the naans, the pastas, things that are man-made, but things that are closer to its true form, made from Mother Nature. That concept I've heard one time, when you pick it up, it only has one ingredient, obviously. So something in its natural form, if that's the primary way you're eating, what you should be experiencing is more energy, being regular, obviously, going to the washroom, those kind of things. And it should be something sustainable. So if you think about it, like I've talked to people or I've heard of these diets where they're just extreme, long time in the kitchen, it's just this one food group and only do this and nothing else. It's got to be sustainable. Like I actually don't even like the word diet. I know I'm saying paleo diet. I think it should be paleo principles or paleo lifestyle or paleo eating. I think if we're just eating the right foods, we should see the benefits. We should have that energy. We should be sleeping well. We should be just functioning at a high level. And the word diet to me seems very constrictive, like, this is off the list and this is off the list. So again, I'm saying this to you, and if you are on a diet program or you're eating a certain way and you're getting phenomenal results, I want you to keep doing that, obviously. But this video is more for someone who's exploring and looking at different ways to eat. But because that Chiro philosophy, which makes so much sense, is always about natural living, natural eating, this really resonates with me. Now, a couple of things I would ask you to consider. Caffeine, in my opinion, I've had not the best experience with caffeine products in the past, especially if it gets excessive. So caffeine in general is a stimulant. It keeps the body tense, increases heart rate, it does a whole bunch of things. So my general recommendation for our patients is, keep the caffeine as a treat, save it for the weekends, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Some people are having it 2 to 3 times a day, which in my opinion, it seems very high, and I think it's going to be hard on the body. So that would be the caffeine. Alcohol, again, just, here and there. I think if someone's having it excessively every single day, hard on the health, it's going to affect the body, obviously. Water should be, we should be drinking that obviously throughout the day. Should be probably our main source of getting hydrated. I would say if you follow these principles, you're going to be good, but always ask yourself, on eating this way, how am I feeling? How am I doing? I remember years ago I had met someone who was convinced that to be healthy they should turn vegetarian, and it just didn't suit them. They were tired, they just didn't feel right, so they had to go back to eating animal protein. And it could be the vice versa. Maybe someone's eating animal protein and they turn vegetarian and they go, this is the best thing ever. So measure how you feel. Go natural, eat those real foods, always put greens first, fruits, the healthy proteins, and then the processed foods we want to minimize. So I want this to be a starting point, always in your life measure. And the thing is, you might have eaten a certain way in a certain decade. Maybe you ate a certain way in your 20s and you're like, yeah, but my body's changing in my 30s, and in my 40s my demands are different. And maybe things you could get away with before, you're feeling them now. For a different example, like I found before, not getting enough sleep, go to school, whatever, fine. You can kind of recover. I find now that I definitely need a certain amount of sleep to operate and be healthy. I think when you're younger, you can get away with not eating the best foods and still kind of operate at a certain level. And I find as you get a little bit older, the same foods, if you're eating too much like fast food or rich food too much, it just doesn't sit well with you. So please consider eating more healthy, natural food. Do what works for you. I just wanted this to be some inspiration. God bless, and I really hope this helps you. Thanks again.